Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to American Falls by Lancyboi. Happy Monday. Happy beginning of the week. Boy, the weekends go fast, don't they? Sure do. Seems like it at least. So hey, we are on the 2nd of January. We're cruising through. These 2-day months don't seem so bad. Probably helps that we're running at 6 times the speed. As I adjust my clock once again. Yes, we completed our Field 49 contract, so let's go ahead and collect some cash on that one. So that brings us up to 94,000. Our bank loan, I think, is what, 100? What is our bank loan? Where is our little Bank of America, Bank of Capitalism? 103,005 and a quarter is what's left in that loan. We need to get that paid off quickly. Because we've got plans, right? For the spring, I think we're going to want to try and get that paid off somewhat in the spring, early summer. So we can turn right around and probably take another loan out. Mr. Stoner, Mr. Gen.X.Stoner has pointed out a field that I think is a good idea, actually. This guy right here, it's plot 53 or field 27. $72,504. Fairly inexpensive for a field on this map. Probably one of the cheaper ones, actually. And get started on some grass and hay work, which I think is a great idea. Grass and hay is always something I jump on straight away on most of my maps, because it's a quick, easy way to start making some money. The equipment isn't hugely expensive, and we've got a good tractor for it. 305 horsepower Valtra, I think, can handle most anything we're going to throw at it for grassland stuff, at least at the beginning here. But we are continuing with our cultivating. I drove up to the land, and look what I came across. Look at that cute little tanker. What a cute little water tanker. I did also find one other collectible sitting on the side of the field, or actually was in the field, on field 49 when I was finishing up our cultivating work over there. So we've gotten a couple thousand from collectibles. I have, it's a chilly morning here in January. So I haven't felt rain pain yet, but I have a feeling it's coming. Look at that hill over there. Dang. That looks massive here. I did add another mod. What mod did I add that's going to make... Oh, I know. We'll talk about that mod. I added another mod. So Gen X, I don't know if you want to consider this part of our bargain, but it's not a friendly mod. So maybe you'll take it easy on me. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to set up GPS. I know. I just feel like being a little lazy at the moment. That'll work. Let's get cultivating. You don't have access to this land. Well, you want to know why, Brad? You want to know why you don't have access to this land? I'll tell you why you don't have access to this land. Because you didn't take the stinking contract out. That's why. Field 48. Is that the field we're on? I think we're doing what is proverbial, put the cart before the horse. Field 40. Wait a minute. Am I just on the wrong... Am I on the wrong stinking property? Or is there a Field 40? There is a Field 40 cultivating contract. Not the one I thought, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, we're going to do this one while we're here. That should solve that problem straight away. And it does indeed solve that problem of not having access to this land. We'll get this little contract knocked out. We're just going to try and knock out as many contracts as we can here in the 2nd day of January. I don't want to get greedy and fail any contracts. I would prefer not to, at least, if possible. Why are we... Things feel a little slow to me at the moment. This is a 9 mile an hour. This is a 9 mile an hour Let me do something here. Let me turn these off. This is a 9-mile-an-hour cultivator. We're going 6. Is it that big of a hill? Doesn't feel like it. I'm going to let's get this strip done. And let's turn around and see what speeds we're clocking at. It feels weird. Am I dragging something? No, I'm not dragging. I'm not getting wheel slippage. It didn't rain, so I don't know if the pain should be here. However, oh, I just thought of something. Let's line it up. Let's see if we get a little better speed this way, going downhill. No. I wonder, how am I going to test this, though? How do we know? Hold on a second. Sugar beets. Needs lime. Needs plowing. I thought rain pain gave information about... Oh, right there. Jeez, Brad. Let it slap you in the face. The ground is frozen. Well, isn't that nice? The ground is frozen. Right? Yeah, the ground is frozen. Okay. Well, the work must continue. So this is going to be my first experience now with, I think, with rain pain. Now I have to wonder. So it knocks 3 miles an hour off of. So we would be smarter to be doing lime contracts while the ground is frozen, since it won't impact that, I would imagine. And then saving our cultivating contracts for later in the day, if indeed rain pain does what it says it does, which is once the temperatures get a certain, I don't know how it, yeah, I don't know what temperatures it looks for. I don't know what temperatures it looks for to thaw the ground. I don't know if it goes like legit. Let's take a quick peek ski at our weather. Certainly, 31 degrees would be below freezing Fahrenheit. 40 degrees. Now, according to the game, or according to the rain pain mod, it's 2 hours for conditions to change, I think. So let's just say 9 o'clock, 2 hours from that would be like 11 o'clock. So I would think somewhere in the 11 o'clock or noon area, I'm assuming the ground will thaw. And now the other concern I have, oh boy, hold on a second. The other concern I have is damage. Now, I am going to go ahead. You know what? We're going to go ahead and repair the Voltra. We're going to repair our cultivator. I always repair my little weight, even though you don't need to, but I kind of do that just for funsies. It's always cheap. And just for informational purposes, let's see what let's do this contract and see what kind of damage we end up with. I hope it's got a limit to what it can do. Oh boy. You finish a $4,000 contract with $80,000 worth of damage, things are going to get ugly in a hurry. Oh, yes, they are. Speaking of damage, so this other mod that I grabbed, I actually stumbled across it. Of course, it's in the in-game mod hub. I stumbled across it while looking at a couple of mods that came my way through itch.io. I was looking for a couple other things, but anyways, supposedly its intentions are, I think it's called the Advanced Maintenance mod or Better Maintenance or something like that. Oh boy. Man, I'm not loving this rain pain already. What it's supposed to do, according to the mod author, is it introduces a higher, well, at least a slightly higher, if not higher, likelihood of complete mechanical failure. I'm assuming on your vehicles. And I think it said once your vehicle reaches 50% damage, there's maybe I don't know what percentage of a higher chance of you having a complete mechanical failure. Engine stops working, done. And it's like repair or don't go anywhere kind of thing. So I don't know. I threw that in the mix. Again, not really sure how much of an impact it's going to have. But I don't play a lot of hard economy. I don't play a lot of making my life difficult mods. So I kind of just want to take this opportunity, I guess, to try out some mods that I probably wouldn't consider using anyways. And I know, as Gen X so politely put it in our Discord server, using me, oh, maybe it was just in the comments, using me as a guinea pig is always a good thing. So there you go. You all can consider me your guinea pig for a variety of mods. I'll tell you, Jeffrey Taylor has made it clear that I think the rain pain mod is not exactly his favorite, which I get, Jeffrey. I'm sensing that already. I don't like this 6 mile an hour stuff. This is for the birds. But now I'm curious to see when exactly this ground is going to thaw. So I guess for future reference, maybe once we get into the late fall and winter time, I probably have to pay closer attention to temperatures and test the ground first. I guess if you just walk onto the land, it'll tell you what condition the land is in. I saw in the Giants forum, I was reading discussion about this rain pain because I was trying to learn more about it. And that was one thing the mod author mentioned was you can always just walk on the land and it will tell you in your information area there what condition the ground is in. So if it rains, it'll tell you if it's mucky. Of course, the mud mod probably will indicate that as well, I would assume. I'm a little jacked up tonight I should say. I've been testing my coffee maker out. You know, you get a new toy and you want to test it out, and this one just happens to be coffee. And my heart's beating like a hamster right now. I feel the potential of having cardiac arrhythmia at the very least before this episode is done. If just do me a favor, if I go silent and this episode goes on longer than let's just say an hour, maybe just call the medics. I don't know what you're gonna tell them. Hey, there's a dude on YouTube making farming videos. I think he had a heart attack. Oh, that would suck. But yeah, I've been enjoying this thing, and I made an Americana, which is like, I think besides espresso, like the second easiest thing to make. It's just an espresso with hot water added. For Americans like me who find just a straight espresso a little too hard for our delicate sensibilities, or whatever you want to say. But I am loving those Americanos, man. I'll tell you, that is some good stuff. I'm liking the Nespresso. I was a little iffy about it. I always, I was a little iffy about it. But I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. And I just have, and I haven't even tried any other flavors or anything. I just have plain Jane medium roast, basic. I think, in fact, I got it on Amazon. I think it's even called Amazon Basics or something. But they were cheap. I wanted to start cheap so that I could see if I was even going to like it. Let's go inside for some indoor work. It's starting to get a little cold outside, sitting on the top of the tractor. Let's go inside where it's nice and warm. It'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it, to have bring a little American truck into Farming Simulator and have the ability to add accessories inside the tractor? I wonder if Giants will ever do that. Have branded accessories, from Giants. You could have a little Valtra mug down there, or have a little Valtra, I don't know what you would even have, a Valtra air cleaner or air deodorizer sitting here. And then mod authors could come out like Sissel has, Sissel's, I don't know what it's called on ATS, Sissel's decoration pack or whatever. You could do that for American Truck Sim. You could have cans of Coke and maybe some smoky treats, maybe even a passenger, a pretty little lady, or maybe R2-D2 sitting next to you. Look over and there's Luke Skywalker staring at you. Kind of creepy. I think that'd be kind of fun. I know that they added that mod so that when you're in the store, you can, it's a camera mod, and you can get inside the tractor and see inside the tractor when you're in the store. I think Giants should just add that to the base game. They should just add that to the base game, allow us to sit inside the tractor and look around, and then add more customization to these tractors. I mean, look at the amount of customization we have on American and Euro Truck Sim. I mean, it's some of these trucks. I spent easily an hour, customizing a truck last week, and I really wanted to, because I got that cab over mod, and I really wanted that to be kind of my personal ride, and I wanted it to be exactly the way I wanted it. And I bet I spent easily an hour on that thing, because you've got so much customization on American Truck. It's unbelievable. It'd be kind of cool to add more, I think. Farmers express themselves. They like to express their, maybe their favorite sports teams, or they have brand loyalty. A lot of farmers are very brand loyal. Be kind of fun. They Giants introduced, the apparel thing. So, if we can look like, what'd that come with, the Hearse? Was it the Hearse pack or whatever it was? The guy that looks like a race car driver or stinking transformer dude. I mean, if they can do that, I would think they could add some more stuff here. I do like that they have the mats getting dirtier and stuff like that. I think that's nice. Boy, what a difference it made in the game when they added that dirt layer to the vehicles and to the equipment. I don't know if all of you played the game before dirt was introduced, but what a difference that made in Farming Simulator. Just to be able to see your equipment getting dirty as you use it, and paint wear and stuff. Just a huge difference. That's one thing I kind of wish they would do in American Truck and Euro Truck, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But things don't stay, things don't stay perfectly clean when you're working in the fields, and things driving on the road and all the deliveries you do in American Truck. Now, is there, I don't know, I saw a screenshot of somebody on the World of Trucks website, and it showed somebody it looked like they were taking a delivery, picking up a delivery from a cargo plane. Is that like a legitimate delivery point, pickup point? Have any of you done that? That looked bad to the bone. A big old cargo plane, having to back up in it or something to get your trailer loaded. Oh yeah, I'm up for that. I'm definitely up for that. I'm looking at our damage bar down there on the right, and it doesn't look like it's dropping significantly, which I guess is good news. Of course, the downside is we're still only going 6 miles an hour. I will take slower speeds. I get that. That seems pretty realistic to me, that you are definitely going to have to adjust your tillage speeds according to ground conditions. I totally respect that. As far as damage goes, though, I would think that wouldn't be as significant, because one thing, you're going slower, so you're probably going slower to prevent damage, plus, being able to till the soil properly. So I'm hoping damage doesn't become so bad with this mod that it doesn't make sense, because then it's going bye-bye. Then it's just going bye-bye. I like mods that affect gameplay to make it more realistic, but when they're there just to make things horrible, I'm not as big a fan. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they go overboard. And that's kind of why I like them when you can adjust them and you can make changes and change the degree of severity that the mod will inflict on you. Like, I think with this rain pain mod would be a great example of where this mod author could maybe put some options in, to give you a little bit flexibility with it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. A little over halfway done with this field, and I think I'm not looking forward to that big old tumor right there sticking out of the ground. I don't know what's going on there. I don't mind the Valtra. I actually quite like it. It's a little European, something we don't see in my area, but it seems like a decent value for the money. And I'm actually kind of glad we went with the higher horsepower tractor and less speed now that we've done it. I mean, the fast track would still be wonderful, but I'm glad we got a good deal on a decently powered tractor. It's just going to make a lot of difference for us. I don't know how much the rain pain takes into account. I don't know if it just says, the ground is frozen, we're going to slow you down X percent. Like, this would be 20% slower, right? 10%? No, not 20%. 10% of 9 miles an hour. About, well, almost 25%, almost 30% slower. But I also wonder if it makes it so that it's, but I wonder if it figures out this is the drag coefficiency. And so, you know what I'm saying? So if you were close to horsepower, if you're maxing out where your tractor is at with the implement you're pulling, does it suffer more? If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because this thing only takes like 100 110, 120 horsepower, I think, on this cultivator. So we've got a lot of extra power. But if we were pulling a 300, if we were pulling a cultivator that took 300 horse, would we be going slower than 6? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. But I'm curious to see when this ground thaws. And of course, keep in mind next time that we will be better off. We will definitely be better off doing non-tillage contracts when it's this cold. This seems like the kind of cultivator that, you know, you'd have for years, 50 years plus, because there's very well, there's a little bit of, I guess there's some hydraulics to it, I guess, right, for folding it, but otherwise, I mean, replace chains, do some welding if you have to. I'm assuming maybe eventually a couple weld points might break. But other than that, it seems like the type of cultivator that isn't going to let you down very often. So yeah, I think our plans are going to be. I think that's a good game plan for us, is to get our existing loan paid off. We kind of have to, because we're going to want to take out another loan, and so get the existing loan paid off. I think that's our first and foremost objective at the moment, and then I think it's a good idea to go ahead with the grass and hay and start making some money, start making some profit off of some of this stuff, rather than just doing these contracts. Can only do contracts for so long. It'll drive me crazy. I'm sure you guys want to look forward to something rather than Brad liming and cultivating. And I'm sure we'll get into some other contracts in the summer, spring and summer. I don't know if I added the rolling contract or not. Is that in the in-game mod hub? Maybe that's not. But supposedly, I think there's a mod for adding rolling contracts. There's some excitement for you. You know, you get tired of doing cultivating, do some rolling. Those would be pretty quick jobs, though, probably. But I guess it depends on what they give you to do them. 80%, looking at our damage bar. If that, you know, I should also, boy, our gas is going down. Oh, that's right. I did change the fuel usage, didn't I? Where's fuel? Fuel usage high. Okay. Well, there you go. What a difference 6 miles an hour makes from 9 miles an hour. Really. It's going slow to slower. So, I did some driving this weekend with American Truck. And I really wanted to record it for you guys. You know, if nothing else, just for fun, you know. Maybe not the most exciting content in the world. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like. But I had a lot of fun. I finished my big trek, my 1,200-mile journey, towing, I think it was a couple of forklifts, if I remember right. And I'm tooling along and having a good old time. And, of course, yours truly. I should have known better. It's so stupid. Like right now, I see OBS. I can see it's recording. It says recording, you know. It's obvious that it's recording. For some reason or other, I didn't set it up the way I normally do with Farm Sim, and you know what? You know where this is going. I probably don't even need to finish the story. But I must have fat-fingered the keys, and it started being one of these things where when I paused it, it got all messed up. It was a stinking mess. So there you go. No ATS. And that was another reason why I did Sundays. Whoops, Brad. A little early there on the field, buddy. That's another reason why I did Sunday's episode, because I intended to have American Truck Sim content, which completely failed. So I did Farm Sim again. There you go. We're gonna get American Truck on the channel. It's gonna happen. %. Maybe we won't have to deal with that stinking hill. Look at that thing. Somebody needs to get in here with a backhoe and knock that baby down. That's got to be horrible for like corrosion and stuff, right? I can't imagine that would be pleasant to have on a field over time with the weather, with rain and stuff. Man, that would be swamped out down here, and yeah, that wouldn't be pretty. Of course, we can maybe see some flex here with this thing. Let's get this contract knocked out before I say goodbye, and that way we'll be able to put a done stamp on this thing and check out our damage report. If it's not too significant, I will be relieved. I wonder if at some point too Giants will introduce damage. I don't think they'll ever introduce physical damage, like actually seeing tractors getting wrecked. I think some people are... I've seen people under the impression in the forums that running into trees and stuff like that causes damage, but it just doesn't. I don't know if the game ever did that. Maybe the game used to do that. I never remember that being in Farming Simulator, where you actually took damage, maybe not visually, but took damage percentage by hitting a tree or something. I don't remember if it did that or not, but you can run into walls all day, fortunately for me. You can run into walls all day and not worry about it, I guess. Alright, we may not have to deal with this mound of joy. Well, yeah, we are going to have to a little bit at least. We probably wouldn't have... Actually, I think we can go up to it. Maybe we'll be done before we get to it. Put a little bit more money in the bank. Be nice by noon, and then figure out what else to do. There we go, right there. I'm not going to do any more than I have to. Let's take a quick peek at the damage. Oh, that's not bad. 234. That doesn't really seem any higher. I wouldn't think, right? 234 bucks for that field. That seems about average. So that's good. At least we're not getting ganked too badly. Let me turn off our GPS. Let's go ahead and collect our money since we're here. There we go. We can call it good. All right, everyone. That's going to wrap up this episode. Another exciting, cultivating episode, of course. Almost $100,000. We are darn close to taking care of our contract or our loan. I think we might make it this month, but I want to have a little extra money, so I don't want to go broke necessarily doing it. Doesn't really matter. We're going to turn around and take another loan out. Take another loan out anyways, but hey, thanks for joining me again. I appreciate it. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate that as well. Feel free to subscribe, join, check out our Discord channel. Cool things are coming, and you all take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of each other, and I'll see you back here in American Falls tomorrow. All right, bye for now.